Done. Alright, looks like the stream's up. So, I don't actually know what I'm going to work on today. I might work on some Rust GUI stuff because I've wanted to check that out for a while. Let me see here. Got a bunch of stuff I want to check out in Rust, actually. A lot of stuff. Let me see here. Yeah, so one thing that interested me, I don't know if I'll be able to do this tonight, but one thing interested me was trying to redo this, but in Rust. And basically it's just like a GTK wrapper for GStreamer. GStreamer basically is like a video, audio encoding, decoding family of libraries that all kind of work together. I think it's in the same family as GTK and GNOME and all of them. But you don't really have to like write a C GTK app to use GStreamer. So this blog post, it started out, I think it had something done with Electron or something webby, I think. But then the follow-up, which interested me, was they did it in native GTK. And it's basically just a container for talking to GStreamer, but, you know, still neat. It's nice. I mean, certainly there have been times where I've wanted to watch a video or something and I couldn't seem to find just like a simple video player that worked, you know. These days I end up just using VLC, but I don't know. VLC has some problems. They use their own decoders and everything, and it's a little weird sometimes. But VLC is pretty reliable. I think the one that already is like ready to go and is basically this is Totem video player. The only problem with Totem is I don't really like the interface that much, but it works okay. Anyway, so Haskell platform. That's the wrong answer. Okay. UI Sintel from the Blender Foundation. Okay. Open movie. Okay. Just download it. UHD. Wow, that's intense. Alright, let's just download the 1080p version. There's a slow server. What if I download from this one? And this one. Whoops. Okay, I need to save link as video. There we go. Alright. There we go. Cancel. Cancel. That one's going in 12 megabytes a second. That's much better. Okay. Hey. EMJR asked, I'm late to the party, but what motivated your writing Rust lately? It inhabits a niche that Haskell doesn't do as well at. That's a relatively small and uncommon niche for the kind of work I do. I've never actually needed to stop using Haskell for something. It's generally been fine. But, yeah, systems programming, more control over memory. It's a lot more modern than C or C++. It's just nice. I grew up writing C on Linux, got that crunchy itch to scratch. Rust lets me do that. Kamatama, hi everyone. Hope you're having a great evening. I am. I hope everyone else is too. And So let me see here. That's nearly done. EXIF tool. I have EXIF tool. Project files. Okay. Take a look at what they've got here. Make a file without a capital M. Haven't seen that in a while. Why didn't they just post a Git repo? Look at using stack to execute cabal. Cabal to execute cabal. What? Video info. Neat. Ooh. Bunch of stuff. Clay does not allow us to respond to the emails. Set them up programmatically here. Okay. Bus add watch. Priority default. File chooser. Just a lot of event handling. Pretty typical of a GTK app. Clay file. Yeah, okay. If I could reuse that. Oh no. What's the license for this? BSD3 class. Alright. Packaging. Linux. Install. Yeah. Alright. Okie dokie. What else did I say? Oh. You can get clone it. Whoops. Helps if I just read down a little bit, huh? I'm not a clever man. Don't know why you wouldn't just open up with that. That's fine. Alright. Haskell GI. Okay. Okay. Video overlay. Play bin. Lordy. Alright. Package, big package. Okay. Nope. No dice. Why would you paste all that? Jesus. Why wouldn't it be in G-object inspection? Okay. Wow. Stop poisoning the Haskell community with this damaging mindset. What the fuck? What is wrong with these people? He's just trying to get help. Oh my god. Alright. That's a movie. Alright. Still compiling. Cool. Guessing that's G-object introspection something. I don't know. Good lord. Do I have to? Projects using GTK. You mean GTK RS, right? What's process viewer? It's a process viewer. Alright, let's see if we can build it. How badly am I hammering the machine right now? Moderately. I could run more builds than this. Dogs are chilling. Rough lying down. Because they're smarter than humans. Make gur. Let's look at the rest of this. System D manager. That's interesting. Is it possible to manage System D? Garda. Like Carda. Okay. Cross-platform GUI serial terminal. Real term. So yeah, screenshot doesn't work. Maybe if I go to it directly. Oh yeah, he's serious. He really means the serial terminal. Huh. That's neat. I don't need it, but you know, it's cool. GUI to read data from GPS devices. Don't need it. Cool. Single player implementation for game set. Is this one of those like talented and gifted things? What is this? I'll need to learn to play euchre. That's a command launcher in Rust. That's kind of interesting. IDE for Rust. Neat. Oh yeah, here's the System D manager. Ah, looks neat. Alright. Removing man add through an error. That's fun. I'll let that go. There's our process viewer. Target, debug, process viewer. Where'd it go? There it is. That took a little bit. Huh. Seems a little broken. Maybe because I'm using Xmonad? I don't know. Redundant leaker flag. Okay. TV renamer. That's pretty neat. That's a really cool idea. It's just a file renamer, but it's actually kind of smart. And what's really cool is it gives you before and after. It lets you see if it's going to do the right thing. Huh. That's a really good idea. I'm sure people have made file renamers like that before, but I haven't seen it. Pretty neat. What's this? PN mixer. Okay. Volume mixer for the system tray. Not gonna give me a screenshot or anything? No? Nothing? Alright. Compile it. Oops. There we go. Target, release, system D manager. This one seems to work alright. Yeah, this is neat. No entries, dependencies. Cool. Sockets? Timer? Yeah. Huh. Analyze. That's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, excuse me. PN mixer, build. That's the process viewer. We're going to try using that one. Briefly looked at Garda tutorial. Okay. Sorry. Cargo, new. GTK tutorial. GTK RS tutorial. Oops. There we go. Oh, if there's really anything there. GTK Rust tutorial. Source loop. Name RS external create. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm getting the right version of this. GTK RS. Not at the top. Is it just GTK? It is. Whoops. Alright. Tommel, GTK 2.0, cargo build. Alright. Oh, that's it. It's just, okay. Okay, the examples repo would be a great idea. Okay. Alright. I don't think I need that. It's just main, but you know, what is? Main function not found. Well, I suppose I just fixed that, didn't I? Why is it is it recompiling because I changed the features for Cairo? Probably is. It's annoying. Sorry, excuse me. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Connect delete event. And quit. Inhibit false. Okay. Just need GTK to compile. Oh, now it's going. Dang it. Whoops. Build. Build. Where is it? There it is. Yep, that is a thing. Alright. If I do that. What then? I have no idea. What if I do panic ball? Oh, no, I don't think it actually exited down there when I changed that. That's interesting. Neat. Alright, so now how to hook into the window delete event now. So I imagine you don't do main quit on a window delete event if you have a multi-window application. Like GIMP, right? Okay. Window.show all. No, not sleeping bag. Sleep. Rust Lang, sleep. Thank you. Jesus. Ten millis. 1 second. 3. Sleep time. Nope. There is no from. Is it from sex? It is. That's weird. That is really weird. Oops, no. There. cp.duke makefile dot makefile tutorial. Not that any of that's gonna matter. And then run build target debug tutorial. Alright. Run. Okay, so if I show the window before I add the button, it never shows the button. And I don't know why. Let's do that again. Unused imports, thread and time. Yeah, I know. Okay, so it shows the first button, I'm assuming, that I clicked here. Button, new with label. In fact, I mean, I'm pretty certain, you know, that this is the case, but just to satisfy myself here, I'm gonna have two different buttons, two different labels, and make certain it's just, yeah, it's just the first one. Okay, so let me see here. What else can I do with this? I can... Does it just... Yeah. Okay. Did the same thing. So... for Windows. Ooh. Interesting. What happened there? If I close one, it closes them all? Oh, because it's main quit. Duh. Alright, what if I get rid of main quit? Yoink, 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 yoink. Enter testing. And what if I just loop gen window with sleep? I keep spawning windows, but they aren't rendering or painting because GTK main hasn't been called. Neat. No, we need some GZA, not some emo high school crap. There we go. Much better. Alright. Well then. What if I did a gen window beforehand, I did a loop after. What then? Huh? What then? It never reaches it. F. That's annoying. Alright. What if I do something really... Wait, no, that's not... GTK main blocks, I'm pretty sure. So... Let's think about this. If it blocks a thread, make a new thread. Standard thread. Spawn. 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 Spawn, spawn, spawn. And what you're going to do is your purpose in life is to spawn windows. So, you know, have fun with that. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we fork off the Windows spawner and then we run main. Oh! Fine. Cranky fuck. To avoid this warning, use _handler instead. I refuse. What? No! No! It's a thread local. The GTK context is a thread local. Ah! Alright. Y'all are killing me. Alright. Run with Rust backtrace for a backtrace. I mean, sure, but I know it's wrong. There. What an asshole. I wanted that to work. Yes. Some details are omitted. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's not going to let me create a window. I don't get it. If I let the thread talking to GTK I know GTK was written for like a cooperatively threaded, single-threaded-ish kind of deal with an event loop. I get that. I know there was a way to just have your GTK thread receive messages. Oh, damned if I can think of it right now. Alright. Well, while we're at it, let's just... GUIs in the main thread. Yeah, tell me about this. No way to detect the compile time whether we are in the main thread. Yeah. Oh, man. Which means get init send sync struct. Context values send plus sync. That makes sense to me. Yeah, thread local is main thread, so bool. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. How can I integrate code into the GTK main loop? I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do. While estado. Estado? Estados. I guess it's plural of estado? The fuck is estado? State. Oh. Sure. States. State. Sure. Thread spawn move. GTK. Take a look at gidle add. What is this? Adds a function to be called when there are no higher priority events pending to the default main loop. This function is given the default idle priority. Function returns false It is automatically from the list of event sources and will not be called again. Seems like a winner. Let's find how to register a function with gidleadd. And then we can just have it block on a channel or something. User, you. I need to search your stuff. Where's GTK? There it is. Alright. gidleadd? No. Okay. Idle? Idleadd, timeoutadd. To be called by the main loop when it's idle. Idleadd. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Alright. Assert initialized main thread. Alright. This is similar to glib idleadd, but only callable from the main thread and doesn't require send. Okay. I don't know what source ID is. The original documentation was talking about a Boolean. Do they mean that? What Boolean? I guess this is the result of registering it, not the function. But the function is typed f and mute continue plus static. Ew. Continue plus static, continue plus static. G Boolean. G Boolean. I'm gonna try it though. Alright, so it's a function. So every time we're idle and true, should just be window and true, perhaps. And we're going to kill the thread spawner because that's not going to work. Expected struct GTK continue. Oh, they changed the Boolean to a struct. That's actually really good. Good. Not that I can find it, but you know. Thank you. Source lib, plib, it's in glib. I'm already bringing glib. Type GTK continue. Yeah, but I need to. Hold on. GTK and Rust. Yeah. It's just a new type of pool. Keeps closure assigned to be rerun when appropriate. Yes. So like that. Alright? Yes. What in tarnation? Whoa! Hi. How you doing? It worked. I don't really know how it decides what idle time is, but, you know. Alright. What if I reduce it to, from millis to 50? What happens then? I still don't understand that initial dead period. Yeah, see, the windows start out dead. Hey. Alright. Bad monkey. Alright. Yes. Well, I feel smart. Alright, so what I can do now is I can actually create a channel that talks to this closure, and it can be sent messages, and I can give it instructions and things like that. That's pretty cool. I'm glad to know how to do that. Alright. I've answered my initial question about what I want to do. Text viewer. Failed to initialize GTK, TextView.glade, glade source, let's see. And just opens files, I'm guessing. File chooser dialog. Window clone. That's interesting. What does he use window 1 for? Just to talk to this guy? Huh. To do, move this to an impl. To impl? And move closure. Expect set text. Alright, neat. Where's our movie monad? Where'd that person go? There you are. Setting the volume. Seek scale, full screen, about, tear down. Tear down. Set state playbin null, object unref playbin, main quit. Simple enough. Okay. Go attributes. What's that? Yeah, sure. Where's that delay again? What's with the delay? Let me get rid of the idle ad, see what it does. No delay that time. I bet it has something to do with the way it... Let's see here. Just sleep after chin window before continue. And... Kata asks what you're listening to. I'm listening to Liquid Swords. Not found in the scope. Yeah, fair enough. I need to put there. That's weird. So, I think what happens, and I could be wrong about this, but I think what happens is it gens the window, but until you yield control back to GTK main in that thread, it won't be able to paint the window you genned. So, yeah, okay. Joys of cooperative threading, I guess. Hello, Dustin. Kamatama says, sounds like this is a control machete. No. I'm listening to Liquid Sorts. But not anymore. I'm going to listen to Lonely Star now. Alright. Dustin says, so what's going on with Rust here? I am putzing around with GTK apps in Rust. And I'm just playing with the threading and the runtime, and just seeing how I can break it, basically. Seeing what weird things can happen when I do different things. That's all. Okay. So I have to yield control back, so maybe there's an idle add that won't do that. Let me see here. Rust GTK. I want something in a different thread or something. glib functions, glib on, glib main event lib, Rust, source ID, glib idle test, mark languages dirty from a worker thread. Okay. Time 10 seconds. Huh. I didn't know glib had its own file watching mechanisms. Source remove. Child watch add, spawn async. Excuse child program asynchronously. Main depth. Little source. Initially. Priority. Okay. What I want may not be possible. Idle. Data. Nope. Okay. Fine. Dun, 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 dun. Sapphire Gopher said, "Wow, your library is full." I guess it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 bookshelves. I've got some more books in the kitchen, my cookbooks, some math books out there. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Ah! Oh. Alright. Drawing into a buffer and sending the buffer into the main thread. Huh. Threads at idle. Aha. Threads at idle full. Multi-thread safe version for GTK soldiers for full in use case. Alright. Oh, let me see here. GTK and I is there. So yeah, I think my hypothesis here is sound. It just can't paint the windows when it's using that's blocking on the idle function. What actually causes it to fail? Is it that? I guess it must be that part right there. The person that said to like create a thing and then write it into a buffer and then pass it over. Rust and GTK. Threaded animation with Cairo. GTK +3 multithreading. GTK plus by default is not thread safe. Yeah, no fucking kidding. Oh. You just use threads enter and threads leave. Okay. Can I, where is this? Rust, GTK, threads enter. 1 thread enter, 2 threads enter, 1 thread leaves. I don't think they're gonna give me that. GitHub, Telegram for Android source, Telegram desktop, Telegram Messenger, Telegram for Mac OS, Rust Qt. Qt for Rust. QML, Qt, Qt quick. Not that much. Nope. Like Qt bunnies, great solution. Most native UI library, libui. Has been updated since November 2016. Oh, I like the idea. What? Insane, incompetent, or both? Good lord, programmers. Programmers are so mean. App showing some good stats. That's neat. Preview install packages for systems. Looks like Qt's a no-go. Kind of a shame. So that's just Pango stuff. Okay. GTK Markdown? Simple GTK based Markdown previewer. Seems neat. And the preview. How's it doing the Markdown render? Markdown. Render Markdown HTML according to a theme. Okay, so it's rendering. Render. It's using WebView to load HTML of the Markdown render. Bleh. I understand why they did it, but bleh. I don't know. If somebody actually uses arbitrary HTML in Markdown, you'd have to use it. Dustin says, for some reason, Twitch always comes up with the error in chat. Sorry, unable to connect to chat. Reconnecting in 2 seconds. I get that sometimes too. I usually just refresh the window. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Okay, so they're doing it with WebView. Should automatically reload when the file changes. See, that's interesting. File, change. Add watch notify callback. There it is. Okay. Does it stay at the right part of the file though, or does it just recreate the whole thing? VI motion keys. Okay. Alright. Let's try examples. Say TextView. Okay, TextView Glade. Whoops. Text_viewer.glade. Okay, TextView. Window.clone. Not found. Two. Whoops. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Neat. Very cool. What if I do that too? Can't see it, I guess. Must be underneath the text viewer widget thing. Or the Glade doesn't incorporate it. Yeah, it's probably because the Glade doesn't incorporate it. It's like Glade source getting used. Builder. Yeah. I see. We'd have to set it up in Glade and bind it to something. Don't they have like a graphical thing for Glade? Where's the graphical thing? Yeah, it's just called Glade. Okay, Glade. Would you like to take it now? No. Open, work, GTK, source, Glade. Alright, so what if I freeform? Let's see. Bottom margin 20? No? Okay. Monospace. Spacing. And signals. Input hints. Populate for touch. How do I just get it to not take up the whole thing here? Whoops. Is it the scrolled window? Is that the... toolbar, open button, add parent, grid, cancel. Oh. What? Oh. Can I undo here? No. I don't want to load the autosave version because you fucked it up. And I couldn't undo. Why can't I undo? Why would you do that? Size group. New size group. Widgets. Horizontal. Packing common signals. See, it's just expanding to... Text entry. How do print dialog, page setup. Composite widgets. I see. So the scrolled window is just around that. Oh, it does have undo. Action group. Top level. Containers. Maybe I just need to add something underneath it in the VBox. Can I add spacing? Yes. And that works fine. I really just want to add widget here. Need placeholders to add children. Okay. Number of items, 3. There we go. Oh! It automatically added a little thing. Alright. Neat. So, bye. Need to have delete that. Going to add grid toolbar. And right here. No, not a toolbar. We want like a horizontal box. Number of items 2. Orientation vertical. Knock that down to I want that to go down. No. I see. Okay, so we want that. No, not in the box. Want the box. Hold on. Scrolled window. Wait, where the fuck? There it is. Okay. Scrolled window at the top. GTK box underneath. And then I can get rid of the third item. And then under this, I can add text entry and button. Yay. How do I make this wider? Progress? What? Just text entry. What are you talking about? Packing, padding, expand. Yes, that's what I wanted. And for this one, we want label send. And yeah, I'm going to save that. Kill Glade. Reload. Looking good. Alright. Send. I should give button. Yeah, we're gonna give this a better ID. So that's send button. TextView is still TextView, I think. Oof. Maybe. I guess I'll find out a bit. No, it's right there. Alright. And then we're gonna call this entry text input. Dustin asked, probably a dumb question, but can you have image assets in desktop software? You can absolutely have image assets in desktop software. Glade had a thing for uploading or putting icons in the buttons, and Cairo can basically render arbitrary images. You can native desktop toolkits are generally a lot more powerful than what you get on the web. You can do almost anything you want. Alright. Let me see here. So that's tool. That's not actually a tool button. Or is it? I don't know. Alright, we're gonna create a binding for... It really does not like that mode of indentation. Alright, TextView, text input, GTK TextView, GTK entry, so I'm gonna say entry, input, and I'm gonna kill that for the moment. Kill that for the moment. I don't know if it's necessarily gonna work, but you know, whatever. Yeah, didn't work. What went wrong? Couldn't get builder. Couldn't get builder. So it's missing send button, which is a GTK button. It's not a full button, but a regular button. Let's try that. Neat. Alright. Then we're going to actually, now I'm at somewhere it works. Let's go ahead and get in it, Toto, lang, Rust, ignore. Actually, I'm going to grab the get ignore from Duke. It's more comprehensive. That looks fine except for that. Ignore, glade, autosave. Whoops. Helps if I have a remote. Dun, 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 dun. Actually want to do that. Alright, change the music. There we go. Alrighty then. And I'm tired and I need to sit. So I'm going to try lowering this desk, and hopefully I don't knock anything over in the process, huh? We'll see. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Now I just need to lower the mic. Neat. Just grab my chair here. Sorry, dog. Pardon me. And now I'm sitting. Feels nice. You wagging your tail? Good dog. Alright. Yeah, my friend had one for a long time, and he'd mentioned they're really nice the other off and on again, so I got one. I got these. I got these people's thingy. It's good. I like it. I'm able to fit all 3 monitors on the deal. So that's why you can see my books behind me now, because it's in a different side of the office than my old table. My old table is over there. That's the computer I'm actually using right there. Like the monitors are here, right? But that's the computer. So, all right. Okay, so I want to just do stuff here. GTK line-based. I have a new line in a GTK TextView. That is a fantastic question. Wow. Okay, looks like a text buffer is the way to go. So, GTK Rust text buffer. Access to text iter from text buffer. Get buffer, text buffer trait. Alright. So now that I've got this die, what I want to do is I want to get text input dot something. And should I just set up like Rust Racer or something so I can get dot completion? Rust GTK for entry water. Dustin says you should make a page on your website with all the tools and stuff you use. That sort of stuff is always interesting. I guess I could. I don't know. I mean, I've ranted in the past about like people chasing shiny when usually their problem is that they're just not really working. For me, like the tools I choose are because I spend a lot of time sanding it down, but just spending a lot of time experimenting and working. I don't know. I mean, really, like my whole setup can be described as Emacs, Xmonad, GNOME terminal. That's the important bits. I can get my work done on a plain ThinkPad. I don't need the triple monitor setup. It just makes stuff like streaming easier. Racer didn't work well for Sublime Text 3 for me earlier. It kept creating odd temp files. Saw the fix, but it looked complex. Yeah, that's why I haven't bothered with like IDE stuff that much. Rust is coming along nicely with their IDE-ish stuff with like RLS and all that, but I'm kind of assuming I'm gonna have to like, I don't know, just wait for things to not be annoying. Oh, show me how to get the value. Entry. That must be it. Get buffer, get input, get text. Seems like a winner. Okay, if it gets clicked, get text and panic text input get text, and whatever that syntax is, never remember. Run. Type. Send. Cool. That's fine. Alright. Input equals set text. TextView. TextView next. Probably going to do it via buffer next time, but you know, whatever. Good God. Maybe it only works via buffer. How is the old code doing it? Hold on, where's that example? Read a string, get buffer, set text. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it is getting the buffer. It's just setting the text on the buffer. So, fine. This. TextView, set text, new input, make run. Nope, because it's option. If it's none, I can just do empty string, right? I think so. Rust, run option. What's the little helper thingy? I have something for this. The little like default. Where is it? Unwraps an option with an error. I just need unwrap or. Unwrap or empty string. String, static string. How did the guy that worked on Duke do this? And main search to string. Alright, let's have a look at that buffer implementation. We're gonna, what's the buffer? just going to be text buffer, I think. Nope. Option text buffer. It is text buffer. Text widget, conceptual overview. Okay. Okay. Seriously though, where'd set text come from? I don't get it. Because previously it had mentioned they just didn't mention it in the docs. I had to go to it manually. Okay. Get end iter. Backward search. Tag visible. Begins tag. Word starts editable. Editable. There's line ends word. Forward. Forward tactile. Come on. Get slice. Getting closer. F and set. Get stuff to point and car offset. See you later, Dustin. I guess just like a cursor thing that's not really gonna give me what I want. What I want is like I want the efficient way of doing line-based writing to the text view, but I guess it doesn't really matter if I just grab the whole buffer and modify it. It just feels dirty. I don't really want to... Well, what I don't want to do is I don't want to do it via set text. I feel like there ought to be inserts... Oh, that must be it. Okay, so I use insert. Alright. Then I can do insert on text editor and text. No, I can't. Expected mutable reference. There, I borrowed a mutable. Now it's appending. Now all I have to do is Rust string. What's the right way to concat strings? Stir to string, not stir. Yeah, I'm pretty certain input is string, so okay, worth a shot. Add a new line on that. Let's see how it behaves. This is the first line. This is the second line. Voila. And there's CC0 says string concat and Rust is weird, as are most string ups. A lot of familiar, but I think they're trying hard to make sure people do stuff the right way, so I don't really fault them for it. German Shepherd's running in his sleep. He's twitching. Oh, that was easier than expected. Let me see here. The other one's just curled up, like he always says. Looks kind of grumpy. Probably grumpy because I'm still awake. It's not that late. He'll get the fuck over it. Alright, so what I want to do now is I want to be able to shuttle in some text into the text view from a different thread, which is going to be annoying. Could do some telnet maybe. Let's see here. Excuse me. This looks fine for the moment, so Rust, TCP socket, TCP stream, TCP listener, simple TCP client and server. Stream write, stream read. Listener. And a client. Noise because he's still kicking asleep. Ignore the result, ignore it here. Stream is closed here. What did I forget here? Yeah, I did it right the first time. Wait a second. I can't listen. That's really weird. I think that's definitely listening. Alright, hold on. Let's just do it with that cat. What in tarnation? Let's just I don't get it. Died there. Connection failed. Because I'm typing the port. 34254. Jesus. Yeah. Worked fine that time. So if I do MC, yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay. Thought it was something crazy there. I'm holding it against all of you that, you noticed, are all collectively guilty. Ugh. Alright. So you have to read that into a buffer, I take it? Read. Mute. U8. Interesting. Mute vec U8. Read the string. Read exact. Okay. What happens if I overflow this? Let's find out. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. Maybe it just stopped reading? Yeah, it only read out to the maximum length of the buffer. It's neat. Okay. Read to string. Cool. 9 and 10, right? 91, 93. $91 and $93. Alright, renders at the what is render with the 10? Is that the new line character? Forget. 0A. Can you give that to me in decimal, please? Line feed 10. Yeah. So it is what it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it just happened to be slightly confusing that I had a buffer of size 10 and the final character it ended on was 10. Alright. So now we have the ability to read a file from God knows where. Yes. So what I'm going to do simple static, I think it was. I think. And then okay. Sorry. What I would like to do. Get music back on. And so I know I could do this in the same thread. That's fairly easy. I don't know if this lifetime is going to work out. I'm going to try, but this seems rough. Idle add and gen window, read server. We want TextView and let's type TextView. I need to return the string. And just TextView, get buffer, set text, buffer. Oh, it's gonna compile. Nope, I was right. Can I move out of captured error variable in FNU closure? I don't think a move's gonna work either. A captured error can move. Ugh. Value moved in a closure here. What if I block it? Nope. Once it got moved into that closure. Alright, this is kind of dumb, but what if I do this? Value moved in the closure here. Yeah. Value capture here. Yeah. You know what? Suck it. Read it. Yoink. Oh, what the fuck? What? Fucking. I have to clone it before it gets moved into the send button closure. They can make X mute. Yeah, fair enough. You. Need you. It's actually working. I'm just going to make it more obvious that it's working. Or not. Oh, whoops, I have to start it up. There we go. Cool, right? It's connecting over TCP socket to grab that text. Alexander Mikhailovich, 888. Hello. How you doing? So that's cool. It's not actually a different thread, but, you know. Beggars can't be choosers. Or can they? Could be a channel. I could send the thing over. How do Rust channels work? In threads. Thread transmit, clone move, send. Okay. So, principle, I should be able to do that. Just with the stuff from the server, right? What is that emoji? Oh, it's just, hey guys. It's like tiny, I can't zoom in my Twitch here. Nope, that didn't work. Oh god. Can't see anything. I'll just inspect it. It's... Hold on. See if I can find this. Copy image address. Yeah, here we go. It's... Alexander used this... thing. Emoji. Alright. Oh, we reached, got this to work. To TCP socket and read the contents into TextView. Okay. So let's talk channels now. Is there a TCP socket? Is there like a TCP text service for weather or something? I just want like a TCP socket. Email and SMS. Good Lord. Telnet, weather. Places to Telnet. Weather via Telnet. What, wow. I don't really actually want Telnet, I just want like a text service. Whoa. Wow. It's the young cat. Neat. Alright then. You know what? I'll just, you know what I'll do? NC, man, NCK. Use this option without, yeah, okay. Alright, so I can do like that. And then, ooh, wow. Non-cat's not happy when it's too small. There we go. GTK tutorial. NC host 24254. That's interesting. It stays open. Neat. Is there some device I can pull for just dumb data? Really? Okay. So it stays open, but when it's done reading, it's done reading. Which makes sense. What I can do cargo not k watch and see C4254. That didn't work. Like that. Yeah. And watch intervals, seconds, 0.2. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna. There. Whoops. There. So now it should work pretty much every time. And I'm going to go back to the channel. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. Just before we start doing GTK stuff, sender, receiver, I don't know. When would they be a different type? I don't get it. Alright, let's see here. Strings. Thread TX. Spawn. I'll try just keeping the connection open and see what it does. Why? Doesn't have clone. That's interesting. Didn't have any trouble moving the receiver there. Alright. Can't clone it. Let me see here. Well, I fixed this before for TextView, but I was able to clone it into a mutable borrow before. This is silly, but if I just I've actually done this before, but I'll do it again. Why is he expecting a struct? Fair enough. I don't think that's gonna work. Huh. I'll be damned. It worked. Weird. Ben Sizzy says, "Hey, did you ever take notes when learning a program?" I started learning a program when I was 7 years old. Even if I had taken notes, I wouldn't have them. I'm 29 now. Yeah. No, generally what I do now is I take notes and I work on teaching other people, and I just use whatever they run into to inform, like how I help others and things like that. It actually works. I mean, I kind of need to respawn the connection every time, but that's not a big deal. I can do that like that, right? So. Yeah, there we go. Let's go to sleep. Oh. Ah! There we go. And Sizzy asks, what is Haskell used for? So Haskell inhabits the same general purpose niche that Java, Golang, Ruby, Python, all those languages inhabit, especially kind of more server-oriented languages like Java. Works fine for anything you'd use Java for, pretty much. It's going to be a little bit weaker in certain areas, like Haskell doesn't really have something like Java Swing, but very few people want to make a GUI app with something like Swing anymore, so it doesn't matter. And Sizzy also asked, if you believe taught or observed, learn which methods work best, debating whether it's better focused just on problems or if I should be taking notes. Probably useless. I take notes when I'm debugging. I think notes are fine, especially if you find they work for you. Generally speaking, I think the problem people have is they're not working through exercises. That's the main thing. They said, I need to get my programming technical skill higher before I begin classes in artificial intelligence. I don't know what artificial intelligence is. I'm guessing you mean like neural nets, machine learning, something like that. But I find myself barely practicing Python. Should I do something like 30 minutes a day or learn a new thing every day? You can't promise yourself you're going to learn a new thing every day. There's no, that's not a goal. That's a hope. All you can do is work and just try to use your time effectively. You're going to need more than 30 minutes a day. I can barely get properly stuck into something in 30 minutes. I've done this for a long time, and I can't fire up that quickly. And a beginner's going to be even worse in that respect. You're going to want to give yourself a 2 to 4 hour block every day of just programming. And from the sound of it, based on how new you sound, you need to work through exercises and stuff. If you need to be learning Python, then I would recommend that Jaws learn Python the hard way. I'll link it in the Twitch chat. I have a review of his book on my website as well. I'll link that too in Twitch chat. It's on bitemyapp.com for people watching the video after the fact. Excuse me. Okay, so this whole situation's acting a little bit weird, but I'm not too concerned because it is basically kind of working. So what I'm gonna do is check in what I've got so far, and probably call it a night soon. Okay. Got everything checked out. Sorry, Ben says you're catching me at the end of my night. It's almost midnight here. I'm getting ready to wrap up the stream. Alrighty then. And as usual, as is tradition, the dogs. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Pop it. There. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. You're lazy. You're lazy. Come on. Come here. Come here. Yeah, it's like a puppy. Alright. I'm gonna hit the sack. Thanks everyone who joined me tonight. And I will catch y'all later. Ben says he said, what kind of projects do you work on? Usually it's either an e-commerce app in Haskell, some open source library thing I need or I'm interested in Haskell or Rust, or just me experimenting and learning in Rust. Usually one of those things lately. I actually have, I should mention, I have a YouTube channel. I'm going to link that in the Twitch chat now. youtube.com/c/bitemyapp. And all my video uploads go there. So if you want to see past streams, get an idea of what I work on, that'll tell you. Alright, I'm going to call it a night now. I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.